Zimbabwe's Vice President Constantino Chiwenga is receiving treatment in South Africa for injuries he sustained in a bombing at a campaign rally for the President Emmerson Mnangagwa. Presidential spokesperson George Charamba said that Mr. Chiwenga flew into South Africa on Tuesday but did not give details on his condition. The vice president was receiving treatment for injuries sustained during the June bombing at the campaign rally in Bulawayo that killed 2 security aides. The 61-year-old former military general was the one who led the coup that ousted longtime ruler Robert Mugabe last November. The United Nations says the fighting in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo is hampering efforts to contain an outbreak of the Ebola virus, which has now killed 24 people in the past week. A spokesperson for the United Nations Secretary General says that an upsurge in fighting among rebel groups in North Kivu province is increasing the risk of the virus spreading. Health officials have complained of encountering resistance to some of these disease containment measures being used. The World Health Organization will meet on Wednesday to decide whether to declare the outbreak a public health emergency of international concern.
Spike in violent incidents in Ebola-impacted areas of the Democratic Republic of the Congo is making the response more difficult and increasing the risk of outbreaks spreading not only within the DRC, but also to neighboring countries, with Rwanda and Uganda being particularly at risk. In recent weeks, armed attacks in and around Beni and North Kivu have severely affected both civilian and frontline workers, forcing the temporary suspension of the response and raising the risk that the virus will continue to spread. The agency reports it continues to work with all 9 neighboring countries to increase their preparedness. As of October 11th, a total of 205 Ebola cases, 170 confirmed and 35 probable, have been reported, and the outbreak resulted in the deaths of some 130 people.
The death toll from a landslide in Uganda last week has risen to 43, with displaced residents deemed most at risk in the disaster-prone region expected to be resettled. The government statement put the final death toll at 43, up from an initial figure of 31, and said a further 21 people were injured, with around 800 left homeless. Torrential rains unleashed a deluge of boulders, mud and water down Mount Elgon near the border with Kenya, uprooting trees, homes and burying residents in the town of Bukalasi and some nearby villages. Landslides have become more common in mountainous parts of the East African country in recent years because of expanding settlement and cultivation that have mountainsides of forest cover and other vegetation.